Coming into the night, just 3 weeks left in the regular season before we roll right into the playoffs. Welcome to Football Friday. Shane right here with my sidekick, Yanni Caracas, for Week 9 as teams try to punch up their final tickets to the playoffs, trying to finish off the season with a bang.
We had some good games tonight. Some teams have already punched their tickets to the playoffs, while others will use the next few weeks to make their case for earning a postseason berth.
That's right, our game of the week, two of the best teams in our area, defending state champ West Boca taking on Cardinal Newman in just the third ever meeting between the two schools.
And Shane, this game lived up to the billing. Homecoming night at Newman. Coach Lizzie and the cheerleaders, plenty to cheer for on this night. 7-0 Crusaders at the half. Right to the third quarter, Adam Balagoon Ali jumps the route. The future Auburn Tiger heads the other way. That is a pick six. Crusaders take the 13-0 lead. So Bulls, they need a score, and they give it to their bell cow, Javian Mallory, the former Lou Groza Award winner and future Miami Hurricane, navigates his way through the defense to get West Boca on the board. Ensuing play from scrimmage for Cardinal Newman, Jiren Hughley himself takes this one. Look at the vision and the speed. The future West Virginia Mountaineer is gone 80 yards to the house, squashing any momentum West Boca had. 20-6 Crusaders. The 6A state champs not going away. Trey Moran finishes off a scoring drive. 2-point conversion good. Suddenly it's 20-14. Same score, 2 seconds left on the clock. West Boca has one more play to tie the game. Moran buying time, looking back of the end zone. It's Mallory with the leaping grab, and this game is tied. So Bulls just need the extra point for the win. But Balagoon Ali with the block, and this game is going into overtime. In OT, Bulls get the ball first, but Moran picked off in the end zone by William Hart. What a play. So Newman now gets their chance to win this game, and it's running back Phoenix Danja, the future James Madison Duke. He calls game. Newman walks off with the incredible win. 26-20 is your final. And what could be the game of the year.
What a game. Big 4A District 13 game between Sebastian River and John Carroll. Rams with a 21-3 lead in the third. Sebastian River looking to cut into that. Colton McCann fires, but he's picked off by Joe Bonilla. He takes it all the way for a pick six. Rams now leading 28-3. John Carroll showing they can do it on offense as well. Jackson Summerall airs it out downfield in the waiting arms of Donovan Richardson. An easy pitch and catch for another Rams touchdown. It's 35-3. Sebastian Rivers says, hold on, man, we're not going out like this. Antoine White gets the handoff, bounces to the outside, races down the sideline to the end zone, but the damage was done. John Carroll all over Sebastian River, 42-9. All right, undefeated number 4 Jupiter tested only a few times this season, but most of their games have been blowout wins. Tonight, though, a top 10 matchup with number 10 Martin County.
The Tigers a perfect 6-0 after their season opening loss to Sebring.
And Jupiter had won 12 straight regular season games coming into the night. Jupiter with a 7-0 lead in the second. They'd hand it off to Nick Both. Makes his way through the defense for the Warrior touchdown. It's 13-0 now. Martin County trying to respond here. Manny Lewis back to pass. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Chased down by Braden Daly, comes up with the sack to end the drive and give the offense back the ball. Before the half now, Andrew Embick swings it out to Jaden Roberts for a nice gain and first down here across midfield. Great field position. From there, back to the pass. It's Embick, sees a man down the field, lets it rip. Deep down the sideline, Aiden Pasley, the FIU commit, makes the catch in the end zone. A tight end for the touchdown. The Jupiter touchdown, and Jupiter pulls off the impressive 27-7 win to stay undefeated.
Nice win there. Sam Curry and Royal Palm Beach hosting Palm Beach Gardens in a big district matchup. Scoreless first quarter. Max Greiner, talented quarterback, going to go deep downfield. It's a wide open Demetrius Gibson, the sophomore standout. He's had a terrific season, 6-0 Wildcats. Royal Palm Beach then backed up at their own end zone. Max Greiner looking to make something happen, but he falls down in the end zone from the pass rush. That's a safety for the Gators. Play of the night nominee, Jordan Johnson to Nomo Davis. Check this out. An incredible one-handed grab over the middle. We're going to slow it down for you and show you again. Odell Beckham Jr. style. Terrific hands. Then before the half, Roneri Jenkins plunges in the touchdown to put the Gardens team up. and they get a huge district win, 26-14 for Tyrone Higgins and his group.
After a 1-4 start to the season, Benjamin now looking for their third straight win, hosting Kings Academy out there in Gardens. Look at the student section, all riled up. Benjamin up 6-0, but not for long. Fletcher Hodges takes a snap, has a bounty of blockers out in front, sneaks into the end zone for the Kings touchdown. They lead it now 7-6, but back comes Benjamin. Charlie Smith back to Pax, takes a shot downfield. Caden Fennell makes a catch, and he has more than just a catch. Some yak yards to the end zone, and watch the defenseman there saves a touchdown inside the 5-yard line, and then a few plays later, Chancellor Reddick takes the handoff, hits the outside, uses that speed to get across the goal line for the Bucks touchdown. Conversion no good, 12-7 Benjamin. Ensuing possession, Hodges breaks free through the line into the secondary. It's a race to the end zone, and the freshman would not lose it. Touchdown Kings, and hey, that would be your eventual game winner. Kings Academy gets the win 13-12, snapping a 4-game losing streak to the Bucks. All right, coming up after the break, we head up to Fort Pierce as Jensen Beach tries to stay undefeated, and we head out to the muck as Pahokee tries to upset #1 Vero Beach. Welcome back. Undefeated #8 Jensen Beach in one of the toughest games of their season, playing at 6-1 Fort Pierce Central.
The Cobras already surpassing their 5 wins from last year, and their only loss this season came in a close game against #1 Vero Beach. They've looked good. Jensen going for their 4th straight win over Fort Pierce Central in this series, but it was the Cobras striking first. Drew LaPlante drops back, goes across the middle. That's A.J. Hill, makes the catch, takes a hit, and holds on. 6-0 Central. They'd be looking for more soon thereafter. LaPlante to Dwayne Simon, tries to muscle his way in. Ball comes loose, but the refs call him down. Hill would finish off the drive on the direct snap. Fort Pierce Central making a statement, handing Jensen their first loss, 32-18, maybe sneaking into our poll next week.
You never know. Undefeated #1 Vero Beach in a top 10 matchup of their own against #7 Pahokee, whose only loss was to Cardinal Newman in the first quarter. 3rd and long. E.J. White hits the slant round. Jarvis Jacobs makes that last cut. He's going to hit his head on the goalpost all the way to pay dirt as Pahokee answers, though, on the next drive. Xavier Mitchell with the play-action fake, drops back, bombs away. 80-yard pass to Antoine Lawrence. The Blue Devils cut into the lead 13-8. You think, hey, we got a game here, right? No, you'd be thinking wrong. Late 4th quarter, Hudson McLaughlin puts a bow on it for the Fighting Indians. The reserves coming in and making a play. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. Pick 6 for McLaughlin. Takes it to the house. Vero Beach takes care of Pahokee 53-14.
All right, our play of the week, that sensational catch from Palm Beach Gardens. Nomo Davis, who comes across the middle and says, give me that, grabs it with one hand. A big win for the Gators over Royal Palm Beach and district action, 26-14.
That was impressive. To the scoreboard we go. Santa Lucia's all business, shutting out Forest Hill 49-0. Number 9, St. Andrews, undefeated no more, losing to Calvary 16-14 at home. Okeechobee shuts out Bayside at home 22-0. Those struggles continue for Dwyer, losing at Seminole Ridge 14-8. And Jupiter Christian improves to 7-1, beating Port St. Lucie 41-0.
Tough night for Oxbridge, losing at Holy Trinity 49-0. Centennial keeps Treasure Coast winless. They win 8-6. And close game in Stewart, St. Edwards edges South Fork 16-15. And Clewiston shut out at South Fort Myers 41-0.
Somerset Canyons, the shutout on the road 42-0 to True North Classical. American Heritage Delray drops one on the road to Lakeland Christian 42-28. Palm Beach Central, close one in Ocala, and gets a 29-28 win. We'll see you next week for Week 10.